So the first smoke we can do right out of spawn, we're gonna take ourselves and wedge right into this little lamppost here. Aim right at the top right of this little window back here, right in this little top right corner. Let's go ahead and do a little jump though. And that'll go right into the middle. By the time it pops, you'll be up here. So, it fills out all the way around, and it even gets up high enough where they can't really see on this little position up on this little elevated area unless they jump. It covers it pretty completely. So that's a pretty good one if you want to go mid. So another good mid smoke you can do is if you go right over here towards A, get right into this corner with this barrel here, stick right into here. Look at the very peak of this little thing here, right at that little corner. Take your smoke, go ahead and do a jump throw. It'll go ahead and ping off the roof and then clatter on down. And it'll get right in that little gap, blocking off the entire view. For a B execute is in this little corner here with the bench. You can go ahead and shove yourself right in there. And then take a look at this little top corner way up here, this little point here. Take your smoke and do a little jump throw. You'll see it'll glide nicely down, tink off the roof a little bit, and block off pretty much the entire view from sight. Another one for B is if you're coming in, you can kind of wedge yourself in between all these food products right into this corner here on this little sack of grain. Look right into this window. So you're kind of looking at this little crossbeam in the window here. Look right at that and then do a little jump throw. And that'll come down right between their spawn and the site. So it'll block off the view from there. If they want to peek, they're going to have to peek from up here. And they're going to have to do a little bit of parkour in order to get a view at you. So they'll be a much easier target. So for two A smokes that go very well together, the first one we're going to throw is right here. You can hop on this little boat and then go look right at the point where this texture just about disappears behind the other side of the wall, like so. And then go ahead and crouch, and then aim at this little top right corner here, and just left click though, and it'll come down and fill in this gap here. So they can't see from here or anywhere back here. The only problem that we're about to take care of is this up here, this big line of sight. However, with our second smoke, we can kind of take care of that. So we're going to get right on the very edge of this board, right there, then go ahead and look right at this little tip, and then go ahead and jump throw. And then in tandem with the smoke from here, right at that corner, you can see that top view is smoked off. And now this bottom view is smoked up as well, so they're going to have a damn hard time looking at you anywhere you go from here. So one good offensive smoke for mid is going to be if you hop into this front corner here and wedge yourself in between this umbrella and the wall here, you can go ahead and look at the very middle of this little plinth here on the right. So look at about the middle of that, and go ahead and do a jump throw. Come down, fill in that little area that they can look at right there. There may be a little bit peeking through there, but you might just have to keep an eye on that, but it fills out pretty well. Now for a good defensive A smoke, what we can do is go to that same corner here in between the umbrella and the wall, and then take a look at the very peak of this roof here, right here at this little corner. Then you're going to want to go ahead and hold down your walk key, and then just walk forward until you hit this point here, right at that lip, where this little crossbeam hits it. And then you're going to want to hold down the grenade, start walking, and then right when you hit it, jump throw. And it'll soar right on over to A site, right on in that gap, land perfectly there, just before we get there. And they'll have no line of sight, unless they decide to boost up there, but then they're pretty easy pickings if they just decide to hop up into plain view above the smoke. So for a defensive B smoke, you're going to want to be a bit quick, because you want to take the ground that the smoke provides. So you're going to hop in this corner here, look right at the very top left of those shutters, right there. Maybe a little more left if you're kind of worried about your aim. Just go a little more left if you're not sure. And then go ahead and take your smoke out and do a little jump throw. You'll see it'll land right in that gap there. So fill it out. You or your teammates can come up here and hold this. Make sure they don't push through. Maybe even nade the smoke, get a look, catch them off guard, bam!